Hey guys, so right now I'm on my way to campus. It is about 10:40, so I should be at campus by 11. My final doesn't start until 1, but I'm going early to write my paper for an hour hopefully, and hopefully finish this one paper and then study for my developmental final for the rest of that little chunk before my test. I'm starting to get, I'm getting a little stressed out. I'm going to text and ask my mom if she can edit my papers or read over them at least, because I really don't have time. And this is the thing, when my teacher first announced the paper, like that the final was going to be a paper, take-home paper. Wow, I can't talk. She announced it like a month ago, and she was like, oh, they're going to be 3 shorter papers. And we're like, what you mean by short? Because all her papers have been like 6 to 8 page papers. And she's like, oh, probably like 2 to 3 page papers. But then I guess a bunch of people were emailing and asking her how long they should be, because she never actually wrote it on the prompt. She just kind of mentioned that in passing, and I guess if you weren't in class that day, you didn't know, or if you weren't if you didn't remember, you didn't know. So then she emailed us, or she had the secretary lady email us back and was like, or emailed the class and was like, they should be about 4 pages each. So that just moved my from 6 to 9 pages up to 12 pages. So it was just a little bit more than I thought I was gonna have to do, and it's just I don't know, though. I have one completely done, and I think it's actually a pretty good paper. I have part of the second one already done, but it's the third one that I'm about. I know what I could write about, but I just don't know how to I need to read the prompt again and really figure out my argument for it, because I feel like these aren't really argumentative papers. I feel like they're more summary papers, which I don't know, I'm not used to writing, I guess, so it makes it a little bit more difficult for me, because I feel I don't know, the third one that I wrote, because I kind of worked backwards. I wrote 3, 2, 1 as far as the prompts as how they were listed. The third one I wrote was kind of an argumentative paper, because it was how have women throughout history fought oppression. So I argued fought different types of oppression. So I argued about racism, sexism, and heterosexism. And I argued that the intersectionality of women is what makes it difficult, because often other agendas of women, other than especially African American women, but other agendas of women besides their race get pushed to the back burner, because people think that women should be fighting for racial equality before they fight for gender equality, or they should be fighting for racial equality before fighting against heterosexism. So that one I actually think is a pretty decent paper. Hopefully I can do well on it. I just feel she doesn't like my writing style, and I don't really know what to do about that. I don't know. But yeah. So that one's done. This one I'm just writing about it's just it's kind of an argumentative paper about why we think that women's studies classes are significant and should be offered at undergrad levels. And so that one I have half done, and then the last one is about violence against women, and so I have to read the prompts better. I don't really understand the argument, and so I feel it's more of a summary paper, which I always have difficult writing. But I need to get these 3 done by tomorrow, because I have to work. I want to turn them in early, because I don't know, she was oh, I'm not going to keep you for the whole 2.5 hours, so I don't want to get there after the class is let out, so I have to turn them in before I go to work. So I need to have them done by 1:30 tomorrow at the absolute latest. Actually, probably 1:15. So, yeah. So just bear with me, guys, through these next couple of days. It's just really going to be today and tomorrow that are going to be real, sparse, because I just have so much studying I need to get done, and making sure I understand the stuff, and my grades are really important. So I don't have time to be going out places and stuff. So just bear with me. I'm going to try to make these as interesting as possible, but I'm sorry if they're not. It will get better, especially once I go home and I'm able to shop. And Friday should be an interesting vlog. because I'm going home, and B, I'm getting my new camera hopefully. So just bear with me, and don't forget to leave me questions in the comment section for my Q&A that I'm going to be doing later this month. I've gotten a couple questions, so just don't forget to keep leaving me questions. Tomorrow after my final, or maybe while I'm at work, because I can have my phone while I'm at work, I'm gonna go through and just figure out like a blank, like not a blank response, but just like I'll probably just say like this is gonna be featured in the Q&A, like this is gonna be like as a comment back, so that way you guys just think that I'm like, don't think that I'm annoying, like ignoring your questions. Or you can say like for the Q&A and then like put like a colon or something and then ask me the question. So that works either way. But if you don't, and I think it's a good question to put in the Q&A, I will just answer back with like a blank, like a generic statement, like, oh, this is going to be in my Q&A. So I will talk to you guys later. I'm almost to campus actually right now, so I gotta get to writing this paper and getting an email to my mama, so that way I can get this grade and do my life and be great. So I just finished my developmental psychology paper final. I'm officially done with that class for the rest of the semester, or actually forever, I guess. Thank the Lord. I think it went okay. There was a couple questions that I just flat out didn't know, but there was a lot of questions that I did know, so that's always a good thing. Whew. I'm like busting up. I like ran to my car because first of all, my teacher decided to show up 30 minutes late to our final. So she was 30 minutes late, so I kind of just pushed everything back because I knew it was probably going to take me about an hour, which it took me a little bit under an hour to finish. So I was anticipating if we started at 1, I would be done by 2:15 at the latest and be able to get to work on time. But then when she said she wasn't going to be late, or she wasn't going to be on time, I had to text the lady I nanny for and tell her, like, because she had texted me and was like, you know, your finals are important. If you don't think you'll be able to meet them on the bus, just let me know, and I'll tell my mom to meet them. So I had to text her and tell her, like, I don't think I'm gonna be able to get there on time, but now I can. So I'm like rushing to get to work on time. Hopefully I can get there on time. So that way, I don't know, I don't think she'll dock me a half an hour pay, but even if she does, it is what it is. It's not that much money, but, and it's not really my fault. But, so now I'm like rushing to do this. But she showed up a half an hour late. Like, I genuinely, like, she had, like, literally, I was walking to the, like, they have like a, not, I don't want to call her a secretary, but she's kind of like the administrative like person for the entire psychology department, and she had came in and told us she was going to be late. I was walking up to her with an attendant sheet like, hey yo, we're all here and she's not. This is ridiculous. 30 minutes is disrespectful. Like, I just feel like 30 minutes is disrespectful to be late. But hopefully, I think she'll have our finals graded and posted online by the end of the day, because the entire thing was a multiple choice like Scantron thing. So all she really has to do is put it through a little machine and then type in the grades. Like, that's all she has to do. In the last test, she had it up the same day. Like, I happened to look later to see what I had gotten on like a reflection that I wrote, and then I realized that the last test was graded. So I'm hoping she'll have it done by the end of the business day, because that'll mean that I'll know my final grade for this class, and so it'll give me some type of like peace of mind. Where's my, oh, this is why I need like a better camera thingy. So this is really awkward. Who is she? Oh, it's not who I thought it was. So yeah, let me get to work, guys, instead of vlogging and trying to drive on this highway, because that's just not gonna go over well. Hey guys, so sorry it's super dark. It's currently like 10:30 and I am leaving campus. I came all the way back to campus to study with two of my friends, and I meant to vlog part of it, but like we just got so like into studying that like it didn't occur. So I'm going to leave campus now and go home. I got sorry, I'm trying to make sure I could like cross the street without getting hit by a car. Even though hit me, pay my tuition, please do. Hold on. So sorry, police officer asked me a question. He was asking me if a guy that was checking in G campus was my, like if I was checking him in. I don't know who that was, but so I got like about a third of my paper done. I have like of my last paper. I just walked up to the third floor of the parking garage and I parked on the second. When you're tired and don't know what you're doing, oh, girl. People were probably looking at me like, ooh, why is she walking around in circles? I never get to park on the second floor because it's always full. And today, because I came so late, it wasn't full. And then I forgot. Dang it. But I got about a third of my paper done. I got one of the body paragraphs done. I got the thesis done. Or I got 1/2 of the body paragraphs done and the thesis done. So I have to finish the other body paragraph and then write the intro and conclusion. But I kind of low-key sort of kind of outlined my thing anyways, so it shouldn't be too much. Like I kind of sort of like when I wrote my thesis, it kind of like I kind of outlined like the points I wanted to make and then wrote my thesis based off of that. So with that being said, let me lock my door. It shouldn't be too much more work because it's not like I'm like completely thinking of like new things to say. So hopefully I'll be able to finish that by, I'm thinking by the time I get home, like shower and everything, I should be able to have everything done by like 1-ish. I'm thinking, hopefully. So yeah, so I'm pretty much just gonna end the vlog here probably because I'm not gonna do much besides go home and work on my paper. So I will see you guys in tomorrow's vlog. Bye guys.